Welcome to the Bonfire of Chakra Embers, a space within the biome where we tend to what's ready to release. All right, travelers, let's see which ember is glowing today. We have the blue ember stepping forward. All right, so with this ember, it carries the... We're already starting. It carries the signal of the throat chakra. Oh, we can do it. We can do it. So expression, voice, communication, truth, listening. Ooh, so come sit by the fire and let's listen closely to see what this ember has to say. Oh man, oh man. I mean, I understand I'm going through allergies and all, but I already feel like someone's squeezing my voice box. All right, so we'll start with the feminine current. This is the energetic flow that moves beneath the conscious knowing. I just wish they get it together. I get so many like opinions when that happens in my head. Like a whole verdict. Should we take it? Should we not? All right, let's move forward. All right, just tell me what to do. Okay, so let's see what this ember is ready to heal from. Maybe you've gotten the recognition with the Six of Wands in the upright. You've gotten that recognition. You've proven your point. You've made your case. And now you're ready to just do what you got to do. I think you've been speaking for those to understand, getting those to wake up. And now I think you're ready to do the next chapter of the journey. So you're ready to let go of the limelight is what I want to say. So what is this throat chakra ready to release? The Emperor. Being so mean and harsh, like, I get it. The things you think, the things you feel, you really have been holding back on chewing so many people out, but you haven't. But you're ready to be like over hating people in a sense. Like you dislike people because of the lack of common or whatever the reason is. But you always came out like mean about it. Maybe you roll your eyes one too many times because this is all within. So how can this healing and releasing be embodied moving forward? Not helping every last person. You're just withholding yourself back. You're doing more you asking for help. You asking for help instead of everyone always coming to you for support. And maybe that's just another way of going about this, is now that you're asking for help, you're now just seeing if they picked up the keys, if they dropped the keys, where they're at. So it's just a way of sitting back but still doing the work in a sense, is what I was getting from that. So now let's mirror it through the masculine current. This will let us see where the fire asks for action in the physical world. All right, so what is this ember ready to face and strengthen? Not overindulging. Or if you are overindulging, understanding what all those things are and kind of stepping back from it. Maybe those overindulging in what you're providing. Like, I understand this is giving out very big giver, by the way. You're a big giver. And it's not that you're not trying to root for people. I think you've just been in a position where people been grabbing from your cup, you know? And yes, you have cups, but you've yet to enjoy it is what I'm getting. Like everybody's still reaping the benefits off of you, and you haven't even got to celebrate it, adore it, admire it, look at it, you know? So what is this Ember ready to surrender? All these fighting, like I said, you have been very firm in this journey. Your boundaries have been holding. You are a machine. But now it's time to soften. You've made your point. You've weeded out those who couldn't handle it. And you put the test to those who could. So you served that beacon point. But now it's time for the next step is what I'm getting. The next part of the chapter. Because you weren't made to just do this. I feel like using your sword with your words. You're putting the sword down. And just creating life. You took the weeds out of the yard. Now it's time to enjoy the roses. So how can this facing and this releasing be anchored moving forward? I mean, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Yes, you do have to be a little bit more selfish. Like I said, you're a giver. You're a very big giver. And to change that, yeah, you have to be like selfish or not always say yes. And I don't think you're used to that. So you actually feel some kind of guilt for it. In a sense, like, but you got to do this. It's all part of the balance. Okay, so now we're going to go look into the spirit whispers. Get some insight, get some messages for each masculine and feminine of this ember. Okay, so as within, so without. All right, so what is the emotional truth, the divine guidance? Shining wisdom. Seek teaching that support you as a... All right, let me read that again. It's the print. Okay, shining wisdom. Seek teaching that support you as you manifest your goals. I learn what I need to know. And I think that's how you go about it when you start asking others for help. You're getting a different aspect of things instead of directing and drilling orders. All right, so now let's look at the focus and the purpose of the masculine current. Transform limits. Allow spirit to take away doubts, fears, and attachments. I change my life with ease. Yes, don't feel guilty for it. Because at the end of the day, you will turn back into this ultimate giver once you get to the next level, in a sense, or the next chapter. So this isn't forever. This is just for now. It's no different if someone hurt themselves or has a wound. They need to sit and heal. Are you going to feel bad for that? What are you going to feel bad about? The fact you have a wound or the fact you have to sit down? Like, it's impossible. You have to take your turn to chill. So when the ash is burnt and said and done, let's look at the lasting impression. 7 of Cups in reverse. You've already made your choice. You're making your options more clear if you haven't decided exactly what you're going to do already. But that will be coming to light as well. So when the masculine ember is burnt, said and done. We're going to look at the core truth of it. Like I said, 6 of Wands. You will be back on this horse in the next chapter. You'll be back to... This is all part of the flow in motion. This is all part of the flow in motion. At ease, soldier, and your next assignment. That's what it sounds like. All right, so this ember has spoken. Tend to it well. Speak to it gently. Simply keep the warmth alive. And to you, silent listener, thank you for keeping watch by the fire. I'll see you next time when warmth meets memory.